Welcome to Mariners Fan Central.
What's up, Mariners faithful? Welcome to your exclusive news channel all about the M's. I'm your partner here, and as always, the mission is to bring you the hottest information, the most surgical analysis, and the details that traditional media simply misses. But before we dive into what really matters, and believe me, we have crucial details about the loss that forced Game 5, I need your help. If you are a true fan, who lives and breathes the passion for Seattle, who understands the maritime tradition and the sporting vibrancy of our city, subscribe to the channel now. Click the button, turn on notifications. It's the best and fastest way to access in-depth insights and insider analysis that you won't find anywhere else. My commitment is to you, the fan who follows every step of the team. My friends, the frustration is palpable. We were one win away from sealing our passage to the AL Championship Series, and what we saw in Detroit was a tactical and execution meltdown that forces us into a do-or-die Game 5 in Seattle. The 9-3 loss to the Tigers in Game 4 of the American League Division Series, ALDS, has layers, and I'm going to dissect them with the seriousness and professionalism you deserve. Until Game 3, our bullpen was, without a doubt, one of the pillars of our campaign, allowing only 2 earned runs in 13 1-3 innings, excluding Ferguson's outing in garbage time in Game 3. But Wednesday's 5th inning was the turning point, and here, the judicious analysis clashes with emotion. Manager Dan Wilson's decision to pull starting pitcher Bryce Miller with just 55 pitches on the board, and with a 3-1 lead, was, at the very least, controversial. Miller had just given up an RBI double for Detroit's first run, and Wilson called in Gabe Speier to face lefty Parker Meadows. Detroit's move was instant and devastating. Right-handed pinch hitter Jahmai Jones. And here's the crucial detail. Jones has been crushing lefties all season long. The result? RBI double on the first pitch he saw, tying the game at 3. Speier then gave up a single to Javier Baez, a hitter who, it's worth remembering, has a batting average almost 100 points higher against lefties in the regular season, turning the game around. The knockout blow came in the 6th inning with a solo home run from Riley Green against Speier, followed by 3 more runs against Eduard Bazardo and another 2 against Carlos Vargas. The statistic is brutal. 5 runs allowed by what was the heart of our elite bullpen, a complete trend reversal that put the series at risk. What bothers me is not the result itself, but the surrender of a strategic advantage to Detroit. We took out the worst hitter in the Tigers lineup, Meadows, and gave them the chance to use a surgical pinch hitter. Hindsight analysis is easy, but probability favored zero risk, keeping Miller in the rotation with a low pitch count. The first point, about the bullpen and Miller's management, would have little relevance if the M's had done what was expected in the 4th inning. And that's the naked truth. With a 1-0 lead, the team loaded the bases, with no outs. The stage was set for us to put the game out of the Tigers' reach and, perhaps, save the bullpen later on. What happened? Victor Robles hit into a double play. J.P. Crawford struck out in foul territory, and the scoreboard only changed by a measly run. The missed opportunity here is the most important tactical turning point. If we had capitalized with 2 or 3 runs, the 3-0 or 4-0 lead would have kept Miller on the mound to face Meadows and Baez before the bullpen setup was even considered. We would be talking about ALCS plans now, not a Game 5 where we will face Tarik Skubal, the current AL Cy Young winner, in a win-or-go-home situation. It's an execution error that cost us peace of mind and the series. The inability to convert loaded bases into big scores is a troubling trend that needs to be corrected immediately. Amidst the chaos and frustration, one individual performance serves as a positive sign, almost a roadmap for survival in Game 5. Josh Naylor, the first baseman who had gone hitless in his first 3 playoff games, finally woke up. He managed 3 hits, including a double, and scored 2 runs. His presence in the lineup was vital, but what caught my attention the most was his tactical intelligence. Naylor not only produced with the bat, but also demonstrated high IQ gameplay at first base, executing a defensive double play that showed instinct. Even more, when he was on second base, he seemed to be signaling the location of the pitches to his teammates. We saw this result in an RBI single by Dominic Canzone, and subsequently in an apparent discomfort from Tigers relief pitcher Tyler Holton, who conceded a walk to Mitch Garver after opening 0-2 in the count. This is more than production. It's leadership, it's insider baseball, and it's the kind of detail that gives us hope for Game 5 against Skubal. We need this Naylor mentality throughout the lineup. Mariners faithful, Game 4 was a harsh reminder that in the playoffs, you can't give up advantages, neither strategic nor execution-wise. Wilson's decision opened the door, and the lineup's failure to capitalize on loaded bases forced us to walk through that door. The question now is direct, professional, and crucial. Do you agree with Dan Wilson's decision to pull Bryce Miller with 55 pitches and a 3-1 lead, giving Detroit the chance to use a pinch hitter against Spire? And what is your expectation for Game 5 against Tarik Skubal? Comment below. I read every piece of feedback. Remember, this channel is your confidential bulletin about the M's. Like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for continuous, serious, and passionate coverage. We'll be back soon with the complete analysis of Game 5. Stay tuned.